In his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela states, "It is only through education that the daughter of a peasant becomes a doctor. The son of a mine worker becomes the head of a mine. And then the child of a farm worker becomes the president of a great nation." And I say it is through education that Horizons is enabling homeless children to have a better life, a dignified life. It is such an honor to be here and to celebrate with you all what you have done and all what you want to continue to do. Your mission and your vision is what I live for. So when I got this invitation, I felt I was going home. It did not take me long to realize that Horizons for Homeless Children is grounded in the type of leadership that I'm going to talk today. The power of great hunger. The energy that gives leadership, determination, perseverance, and make us stay focused on important things. And the power of mentorship, as it defines how we connect and build relationships for personal growth, ultimately impacting communities and societies at large. And then the power of giving back, how we use our resources and talents and money to build communities and champion issues whose greatness defines our humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. I can come here 10 times, I can come here 20 times, but if I don't put my hand in my pocket and contribute to Horizon, I'm just talking. And I'm hoping that as I unfold these powers, weaving them with my own personal experiences, you'll soon realize that leadership is action and not position. And leadership is based on what's important, what matters, what's ethical, and not personal recognition or gains. Leadership is packaged in humility. It also creates a sacred space for recognizing and enabling others to own their gifts. Today, as I unleash my vision of building schools and improving the quality of education in my community, I realize I could not have done that without the help of others. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I stand on the shoulders of champions, people who believed in me, people who saw a hunger in me and say, yes, we can do it. How many of you are familiar with this sport they call the relay, where they run with a baton, and you find 4 runners, they are running and they have this baton and they want to pass it on. That's the idea, to pass it on to the next set of runners, and the next set of runners, they run and they pass it on to the next set of runners up until they finish. I always visualize my great-grandmother when she was born. She was born with this baton in her hand, and I call that the baton of poverty. She runs with that baton. She runs with that baton. She hands it over to my grandmother. My grandmother takes that baton of poverty. She runs, and she hands it over to my mother. My mother grabs it and she runs to me, hands it to me. But you know, my mother was very smart and she said, it stops here. You are not going to see your own children going through that. So when I see you, Horizon, helping these communities, I see you holding that baton. You are holding that baton. You run with that baton and you say, it's not going to be passed on to someone else. I hold that baton. And that's what your partners and your donors are doing. You are holding the baton so that it's not going to be passed on to the next generation. So we don't have homeless kids in Massachusetts. Keep on holding that baton. We need someone in our community to do that. Many people have said to me, Tererai, you must be an extraordinary individual to have achieved all your dreams. And I always say, no, I'm just ordinary. But I happen to have met extraordinary individuals, individuals like you who are sitting here, who are the champions, the change makers, the ones who says, it's not gonna happen on our time to see homeless children without an education. For me, you are the extraordinary for doing that. Horizons for homeless children, you teach us that it is beautiful when we place upon ourselves to be the instrument for change and contribute to a better world. You make us realize that we hold the power to change our community. Because at the core of your belief, you see possibilities, you don't see challenges. I want to leave you with one saying, I am because we are. Since we are, therefore I am. It takes great leadership to realize that we can only attain selfhood through others. Thank you. Thank you.